Hey everybody. So I have a really cool lock today, and it is this Yale and Towne safe deposit box lock. I do have a key. This is the key for the renter's side, which isn't going to work because we got to pick this side. This lock, I got this lock from Kokomo lock a couple months back. I posted an ad on Craigslist, and I ended up getting a response from Kokomo lock, which was pretty cool. Made me realize actually how small the world really is. But so I'm gonna pick both sides, at least try to. If it doesn't go according to plan, then I'll just use a key to get in there, and we'll call it what it is. But so I'm not gonna use that gem. I'm gonna use the short, or I'm not sure what they refer to it as, but the short hook from the SS Dev kit. Got to click out of 5. Click out of 3. I think 3 needs a little bit more. Alright, so got a really good click out of 3 that time. Nothing out of 1, nothing out of 2. Another click out of 3. Click out of 2. I don't think this hook wants to let me get all the way up where I need to be on pin 1. So, guard side picked. I need to turn it a little bit. The renter side has a little more paracentric of a keyway, which is why I wanted to use this SS Dev hook. So got a little click out of 2. Actually, you know what? I have one of these sides filed down smaller, so I'm going to use the smaller side so I can get a little more clearance inside of there. And click out of 3. I think I got something out of 1 there. A little more out of 1. Something clicked. I'm not sure if it was a lock or something back inside of there. This lock's really pushing my vise to its limits. Excuse me. I think I got 1. Alright, so okay, I was about to say the core rotated a little bit, but it is unlocked. It just doesn't retract all the way inside of there. Alright, so with it opened, let's try to get this thing apart without locking it up. At least without not locking up the guards side, since I don't have a key for it. I woke up today with the snifflies and a little bit of a cough. If any of you guys have kids, you know that when a kid gets sick and they give it to you, it's like they gave you the freaking plague. Alright, so that's how that's what's inside of there. So what happens is this would be locked, and this would be down and locked in here by this little paw. But whenever you pick it, so you would pick it, the cam would turn and wait, nope. Okay, so the cam would turn and it would boop, drop that little paw, and then that allows this to retract. But unless that is dropped, the paw is dropped down, this thing is not opening. It's pretty well designed, I'd say. It's all solid brass. Everything in there's brass. Even little screws here are brass. These ones aren't. These are a steel, but that's really nice. I'd say back in the day they really knew how to make stuff and make it to last. Alright, so I'm gonna try to take this thing apart really carefully. Wow. Alright. That is on there. You see it has this little pin right here blocking you from... Dang it! I locked it up. Alright, so that sucks. But well, at least we have a key for the side that's not locked back up. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, but what can you do? Maybe, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe you can get that thing off without locking it back up. Alright, so, alright, well, let's try to get this thing picked back open real quick. Let's try not to have a really super long video, but I don't want to have to put this thing back together and try to make this video again. Come on. I'll put these pads back on there and try to hold that little lock. Alright, so that one we have a key for. This one we do not. It will be the 5-pin that we lock back up. Alright, wasn't too bad. It knew that I wanted to get this video done. Been meaning to make this for a few days now. Let's take this freaking cam off. Alright, so do it like this. Put these little pieces in there. You in there, you in there. So we do have a key for this one. So we'll take the guard side apart first, and pins are up. Okay, I'll show you guys something. This is it's pretty weird. You see how all those pins are serrated, but it's almost like they're threaded. Let's see. Kind of look like little grub screws. You can see it's pretty chewed up there on the top, but the tip of the pin looks like it's factory. So what I'd like to know is if that's how this thing came, or if maybe somebody who sent this to Kokomo Lock freaking threaded the pins. It's a really good question. I haven't seen pins that are threaded like that. Like they found a die that would cut those into such a small diameter. Those are some really small pins. It doesn't look like there's anything inside of there. No, there's nothing inside of there. I don't think you find anything inside of one of those on a standard lock, but if you look here, it almost looks like these pins are the same way. Yeah, see, that's pretty impressive. If you can freaking cut threads on a pin that small, you got some skills, or way more time than I have, and I envy that. I wish I had more time. And you can see there the tops of these pins. The tops of these pins are the same way. Come on, stay focused. Yep, same. It looks like somebody put a lot of time into making these pins. They're little, they look just like little grub screws, but they are really, the tips of the pins look like they're, stock pins, so it's kind of misleading. There's no close view of the renter pins, key pins. And yep, exactly the same on those two. This is the only Yale in Towne lock that I've ever, that I own. I have a Yale in Towne padlock, but it can't be disassembled. Yep, same on that. So let's get one more close up on all these pins. It looks like some of them, the threading is more prominent on one side of the pin than the other. See there, it's really smooth on that side, but On the other side it's cut, which explains a lot of the crunchiness that was going on inside this. So sorry that the freaking camera keeps going out of focus, coming back and forth from the camera, but this is a really cool lock. Try not to drop the springs out of it. And yeah, sorry for the long video. If you guys know a little more about these pins, I'd love to get some more info on it. This is the only safe deposit box lock that I have or I've ever opened. I think Bosnian Bill, well, I know he has a video of a lock similar to this, and he said that he got it from Kokomo Lock. It's video 122, I want to say 122. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but he didn't get this lock, so yeah, I don't know if it changed from, you know, from hand to hand. Someone decided to go in there and change these pins or what. It's really cool how it is now, and if it came like that, that's even more impressive that something this old would have pins like this in there. But again, if you guys are still here at almost 17 minutes, thanks for sticking around, and anything you can share on this or comments that you have, just put them down below and I'll get to them usually pretty quick. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.